Right. So you wanted an video for the doubts that you have from the assignment that I shared with you, right? So let us discuss all those questions. I have, sorry, it's quite late to share this video, but चलिए आगे चलते हैं. Now this question that you have got, question number 6 of the assignment, a photochemical reaction requires these many joules of energy, right? These many joules of energy that is required per molecule, right? So now they are asking, you have to calculate the number of photons per molecule that will be required with this wavelength, right, which is sufficient enough to initiate the reaction. Acha. So basically you have to calculate number of photons with this given data. So let us see, right? So the data that we have got is lambda is 250 nanometers, right? So it is 250 nanometers. Oops. Right. Right. अच्छा, और हमें एनर्जी बताया गया है, you have got E is these many joules. Okay, now that is the number of, that is the total number of joules that is required per molecule. But what is the energy corresponding to this wavelength, पहले हम ज़रा वो निकाल लेते हैं. So we know that E is equal to h c by lambda. So given by going that formula, what we have is 6.626, we can round it off to 6.63 into 10 to the power minus 34, this into speed of light 3 into 10 to the power 8, right? This upon the wavelength which we have been given, which is 250 into 10 to the power minus 9. Fine. So once you solve this, you will get somewhere as 7.96 into 10 to the power 10 to the power minus 19 joules. Okay? So that is the energy possessed by one photon, right? There is the energy possessed by one photon, but the energy that is required by us as per the question is, that is your energy per molecule required, is 9.6 into 10 to the power minus 16 joules, right? Okay, so therefore number of photons that we need is, can be calculated as, number of photons, if you take it as n, is equal to total energy per molecule, let us call it Et, upon energy of one photon. If I write it as 1p, energy of one photon. So what is the total energy? It is 9.6 into 10 to the power minus 16, right? 9.6 into 10 to the power minus 16, this upon, you have 7.96 into 10 to the power minus 19, right? So 1000 is already there, you have got 1000 here, then 9.6 upon 7.96, right? So I'll quickly use my calculator. 7 it's 9.6 divided by 7.96, yeah, it's approximately 1.21 into 1000, right? So it is 1210 photons per molecule. This should be your answer. 1210 photons per molecule to initiate the reaction. So I hope this is clear to all of you. Let's go to the next question. They are saying threshold energy frequency for a metal is given to be this much, right? And kinetic energy of an electron emitted when radiations of frequency this strikes. That is the kinetic energy that we are supposed to find. So fine. Now we have got from the kinetic your photoelectric equation of Einstein. We have got kinetic energy is equal to total incident energy minus work function, right? Minus work function. So what we have, that is h nu minus h nu naught, right? So if you take h common, you have got nu minus nu naught, right? Radiation of frequency this strikes the metal. So what we can do, in place of 1 into 10 to the power 15, we can also write 10 into 10 to the power 14, right? So what we are going to have is h into 10 minus 7 into 10 to the power 14, right? So we are reporting this as 10 into 10 to the power 14, right? So basically right, the question is pretty simple, solved here only. 6.63 into 10 to the power minus 34 into 3 into 10 to the power 14, and on solving this you will get around like 1.99 into 10 to the power minus 19 joules. We'll leave it over here, right, with this value only. But sometimes they may ask to report the answer in electron volts, right? So if in electron volts, what you need to do is it should be 1.199 10 to the power minus 19 divided by then 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. So these two in any case goes, so you have got 1.99 divided by 1.6, right? So that is 0.99 divided by 1.6. You have got approximately 1.24 electron volts. Okay, just right now it is not asked, it is just in addition to what they have asked, I have discussed with you. Let's go to the next question quickly now. So we have question number 8, and it says when a photon of frequency this much was allowed to hit a metal surface, an electron having this much kinetic energy was emitted. Okay, so frequency is given to you, kinetic energy is given to you. Calculate the threshold frequency of the metal. Show that an electron will not be emitted if a photon of wavelength 600 nanometer hits the metal surface. Okay, let's try. Now the kinetic equation, the photoelectric equation that we have got is h nu is equal to h nu naught plus half mv square. So basically what we have, h nu naught, right? Because what they have asked, calculate the threshold frequency or the critical frequency is asked. So what we can write, this is what h nu minus half mv square, right? Your kinetic energy. Now this whole thing is given to you there in terms of energy. H nu we need to calculate because frequency is given to us. right? So let's put all the values. 6.63 into 10 to the power minus 34 into frequencies in 10 to the power 14 minus 19, right? So we have, okay, now I see. hmm. This value is given incorrectly. This should have been 10 to the power 15. This should have been 10 to the power 15, right? So it should not be 14, it should have been 15. Otherwise you are going to get a negative answer, which is not going to work, right? So basically what you have got is 6.63 into 10 to the power minus 19 minus 1.988 into 10 to the power minus 19. So on solving this you will get around like 4.64, 2 into 10 to the power minus 19 joules. Fine, but we need to find the threshold frequency. So what is threshold frequency? That is nu naught is, now divide by this by Planck's constant, 642 into 10 to the power minus 19 upon 63 into 10 to the power minus 34, and on solving this you will get approximately 6.988 into 10 to the power 14 hertz. This is the threshold frequency, right? Acha, now there's a half of the question. They have asked something else also. They asked us that if a photon of wavelength 600 nanometer, strikes the surface, then no electron should be emitted. It is only possible if this energy, if energy in correspondence to 600 nanometer is smaller than the energy corresponding to threshold frequency, or in other words, frequency corresponding to 600 nanometer wavelength should be smaller than this. So let's try to find that. For 600 nanometer, wavelength, corresponding frequency can be written as c by lambda, that is 3 into 10 to the power 8 upon 600 nanometer, that is 10 to the power minus 9. And on solving this we get approximately around 5 into 10 to the power 14 hertz, right? 5 into 10 to the power 14 hertz. Now we see that here the value of nu naught is higher than that of incident photon, that is nu naught is greater than nu, so it only means one thing, that is no emission will be there, right? So I hope this the confusion was because of this small mistake here. Otherwise you would have easily found it, right? So this mistake was there in the question. Okay, let's proceed further. You have electrons are emitted with zero velocity from a metal surface, right? Electrons are emitted with a zero velocity from a metal surface when it is exposed to radiations of wavelength 6800 angstrom. So you have been asked to calculate the threshold frequency and work function of the metal, right? So zero velocity from a metal surface when it is exposed to radiation of this, you have to calculate the threshold frequency here, and also the work function you have to calculate. Fine, let us again try it. So 6800 hmm right, sorry, some disturbance was there with my tablet. Fine, it's working now again. So what is the question? We have got zero velocity is there, so hence kinetic energy is also going to be zero, right? When it is exposed to radiation of wavelength this much, threshold frequency and work function of the metal have to be calculated, right? So what since we have got the formula, kinetic energy is equal to incident energy minus work function, and this time it is equal to 0, right? Acha, which means h nu is equal to h nu naught. It is as simple as that. So you can take out h from here, and how do we calculate this? We have given wavelength, we have been given wavelength, so wavelength is what? C by lambda, right? So that is 3 into 10 to the power 8 upon 6800 angstrom into 10 to the power minus 10 is what you have got. So simply solve it, it goes up, right? There's 8. So on solving you will get somewhere around 4.41 into 10 to the power 14 hertz, 10 to the power 14 hertz. So since you have found threshold frequency, work function is what? Work function is h nu naught, right? So you have got 6.63 into 10 to the power minus 34 into your threshold frequency, and that is 10 to the power 14, right? So again let me use my calculator. You will get somewhere around 2.92 into 10 to the power minus 19 joules. And in one of the problems we have already discussed that in case they ask you to express the answer in electron volts, all you need to do is that finally divide it by 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. So whatever the answer you get will be in electron volts. Right now they have not asked, so we can go to the last question now. Okay, and the last question is the longest wavelength doublet absorption transition. Longest wavelength doublet absorption transition is observed at 589 and 589.6 nanometer. Okay, So basically what happens is when they are saying longest wavelength doublet absorption transition, this statement means the energy transition between two lines. Energy transition between two lines. This is what? There's wave number. We have discussed in atomic spectra also is wave number. So to one corresponds to the wavelength 589 nanometers, right? And the other one corresponds to 589.6 nanometers, right? So if there is a transition, between between these two levels, so certain energy is generated, right? So that's what they are asking to us to find. Calculate frequency of each transition and energy difference between the two excited states. Okay, so let us calculate the frequency first. So if I say nu 1, what is this? There's c by lambda 1. There's c by lambda 1, and what's that? That is 3 into 10 to the power 8 upon lambda 1, that is 589 nanometers. This into 10 to the power minus 9, which means 5.09 into 10 to the power 14. Right? So you got your first frequency. What is the second frequency? Again in the similar fashion, c by lambda 2, that is 3 into again 10 to the power 8 upon 589.6 nanometers, right? 589.6 into 10 to the power minus 9. You just divide them, and I'm going to use my calculator. It will come around as let's take one more figure here. This is 5.088, right, into again 10 to the power minus 14 hertz. So frequency part is done. Calculate the frequency of each transition, that is done. And now you need to find energy. Now energy is what? Difference in energy for this transition is going to be h nu 1 minus h nu 2, right? So basically take h common, put the values, and you will get somewhere around, I'm not putting it, this much you can do by yourself. So by putting the values, you will get somewhere around 3.44 into 10 to the power minus 22 joules. Just cross check by doing the calculation yourself also, but I believe that now you know how to approach such kind of problems, right? Fine, thank you. So just go through this whole video and solve the questions again. I hope all the doubts are answered now, right? So Ghosh sir, your mentor, is signing off right now, right? Thank you.